So, I have spent my weekends working on putting together plans for CosmoQuesticon. If you have not yet gotten your tickets, go get your tickets. We have so many amazing things going on, and I just wanted to give you a taste of some of the things that we have planned. So, good morning, Hex. Good morning, Ambius. Good morning, Guido. Good morning, our Instro. Dave Killians is still here, and I'm glad to know that I got the things back in sync a little bit. So here is our Friday night plan. So just for a taste of some of the stuff that's going on, we have standard opening ceremonies. We're going to start with the exoplanets of Stargate, and included in this is one of the folks who worked on Stargate. We have the Fermi Paradox and von Neumann probes, with the author of the Bobiverse books. PowerPoint karaoke with just an amazing cast of characters. Science That Fiction. We have Rocket Sage, who some of you know is making a guest appearance. Saturday, we have Making Pretty Pictures. Still need to write the descriptions on some of these things. We have Space for Extremes, where we have a gravity wave researcher. Creating Future Through Fiction, we have 3 best-selling authors. Blue Mars, still need to write a description. We have 2 scientists who work on studying Mars. So a musical interlude, we have musicians George Hrab and Mary Amber are going to be making up music based on suggestions from the chat. Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Science is a parody of the NPR show where we're going to have people basically challenging each other to figure out which stories are real and which are fake, and doing news quizzes. Words are hard. It's morning. Gaming Space with Laura Burns, Scott Manley, and Kevin Grazier. Kevin Grazier, if you don't know, is the science advisor for Battlestar Galactica, Eureka, a bunch of other shows. So there's also going to be Space versus Dinosaurs with versus Rocks with paleontologist Trevor Vail, Mika McKinnon coming in to talk rocks. I'm going to take the side of space. My husband is desperately messaging me about groceries one morning. Okay. Apparently I have 2 hours to put things on the grocery list before groceries are gotten. This is the reality of live internet television, folks. Sometimes you get interrupted for groceries. Sunday we have Sunday morning breakfast space. This panel is still getting fleshed out. How to get started in astronomy. Is that a comet? No, it's an asteroid. Wait, it's a spacecraft. With David Grinspoon taking up the how do you figure out if it's a spacecraft. Beatrice Mueller for the side of comets, and Mark Sykes, CEO of PSI, is going to be taking the side of asteroids. We have an entire panel on The Universe is Trying to Kill You with host Alex White, who has written books for the Alien series as well as the critically acclaimed Scavenger series. Science advising with television science advisors Aaron McDonald from Star Trek, Kevin Grazier, as I said, from Battlestar Galactica, Mika McKinnon did Stargate. We have a masquerade that you all need to enter. Fossil hunting on Mars, talking about how we may someday go looking for fossilized life on Mars, and there's a paleontologist on that panel. Welcoming our robot overlords with Doug Ellison, who works on Mars Curiosity, our own Ms. Brick Kitten, who's going to be talking about, well, how we build robots here on Earth, and then Scott Manley, because Scott Manley. And then, of course, closing ceremonies. And those are just what's on the main stage. For ticket holders, we have a backstage. This isn't laid out yet correctly, where we have a bunch of additional performances, readings, demonstrations. And for people who buy the golden ticket with the backstage pass, again, this is still being fleshed out, we have Ask Me Anythings with Joseph Malazzi of The Expanse and Stargate and Utopia Falls. Mike Simons is going to be talking about the overview effect. Kevin Grazier, Ask Him Anything. Dennis Taylor of Bobiverse. Mika McKinnon. This will be filled. I'm not done yet. So, yeah. Get your tickets, folks. Get your tickets. So, all that is going on. But before we can get to the con, and really, you want to get yourselves to the con, I need to do today's Daily Space. So, let's begin, shall we? So, this is today. So Beth has gone through and identified some basic stories. So we have brown dwarfs, we have planetary protection. We have not a lot of news because we have things that are embargoed for tomorrow. Which means they probably shouldn't be on my screen. I'm clicking all the buttons. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. That works. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up each of these stories and see what we've got for today. So this week we're going to be doing standard news except on Friday. For the rest of the summer we're going to be taking Fridays off because there's just not a lot of news coming out. And this will let us get more work done. Oh, Guido, I don't know what life would be without Trello. It is just how I get stuff done. So let's see what all we have in here. I want another window. Let's take that other window over here. So have you guys all joined our Discord? If you haven't, you should. One of the things that's starting to happen more and more is just people hanging out in what we call the living room and den channels. So like I hung out in there almost all weekend, watched people playing Minecraft, was working on the program, and we just chat. And with all of these plague times going on, it's sometimes just nice to hang out together. So a lot of the stuff that I've been working on, you'll see me just hanging out online if you're in the Discord. Plus, it's just nice to sometimes have people to be sarcastic with. The world is on fire. I think sarcasm is kind of the default right now, or at least it's a method of self-defense. Sometimes things just aren't meant to go up on Twitch, but yeah, it's a place where AstroWise has been posting pictures of bread. I post a lot of pictures of dogs on there, and I only have one dog in here, and he's dead asleep. He's quite alive asleep, to be honest. Thank you, Tropical Tom. Thank you so much for the bits. I have no Cheerios, and my dog is totally asleep. So yeah, go check out our Discord, people. There's also an Animal Crossing channel. I don't know how many of you have, like, really... I love the way that appears on this screen. It just fills it up. Words, they're hard. They're really hard today. So go check out our Discord. Come hang out. I have a pet turtle, Dave. I have a pet turtle. His name is Picasso. He is not a ninja. He's not a ninja. More coffee is needed, Hex. I left my coffee cup, which admittedly is empty, downstairs. And I need to, when I'm done streaming, go back downstairs and put a second cup of coffee in it. Did you hear me mentioning you? Malachi is now staring at me. Come here, baby. He's like, no, I'm not going to come. Oh, tea is very much a winter thing. I've never gotten into tea in the summer. Yeah, Ambius, gin and tonic season is upon us. Um, yes. We don't have mint growing this year. I finally seem to have eradicated the mint. Otherwise, it might be mojito season. I need to get some mint going in a pot. Do not plant mint in the ground unless you have it cemented in so that it can't escape, because mint will take over the planet given the option. Anyways. So sweet tea all summer long. Oh, my teeth hurt just thinking about that. I am so much the northerner. Anyways, so I'm looking to see what today's news is. So we have Milky Way neutron star pair illuminates cosmic cataclysms. So that's one of today's news stories. We have two bizarre brown dwarfs. We have NASA award. Sorry, that's allergies. NASA awards SETI Institute contract for planetary protection. So I guess I'm going to be explaining what planetary protection is today. I have some water. Brown dwarfs are generally bizarre. I feel like there's got to be more news out there. I need to go looking. It's kind of amazing what all is going on in the world. Sometimes it just feels like nothing has happened. So let's go looking for additional stories. This is me opening up press releases in another folder. Oh shit, there's a ton of stuff in here. So let's look and see if we can find anything more interesting. Okay, so we have new insights into the origin of carbon in the universe. That is boring. Curing under dust, study reveals radiation at Galaxy Center. Jansky lectureship. Curiosity rovers. Summer road trip has begun. I may actually cover that. That sounds kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to Trello. Alright, so we have supernovas and magnetic fields in the lab, Psyche design done, now full speed ahead to hardware, so that's mission. Insight flexes its arm while its mole hits pause. I may just do an update on Mars stuff. This rover just makes me laugh every time I read about it. They're trying so hard. It's not a rover, it's lander. InSight, they're trying so hard to get science out of this mission. And that stupid little mole refuses to dig the way it's supposed to. And it's just thwarting everything they're doing. Yeah, Arnstra makes a very good point. The Curiosity still has a radiothermal generator, so it gets to survive so much. So new study shows colliding neutron stars may unlock. So that one's, I think, in our... I don't know if... No, this is a different... This is a different one than the one that we have the press release on. So I may pull them both in. Let's Let's add that one to Trello. 7 things to know about the Mars. No. Exploring deep truths about Venus. So this mission doesn't exist. Neowise sizzles. I should bring up Neowise. Lessons from Mars. Dust is bad. McKay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's a good way to put it. Media briefing. Yeah, no. Euclid Space Telescope still not launched. A plan to determine if Planet 9 is a primordial black hole. I don't know if I'm going to cover that, but I'm sure going to read that. This is... Oh, I'm going to read that. That may be a footnote on something. No Perseverance, no. How to spot Neowise. Okay, so we have 2 different press releases on Neowise. Milky Way neutron pair illuminates. Okay, so that's the other neutron star one. 2 bizarre brown dwarfs found with citizen scientists' help. NASA awards SETI contract for planetary protection. New telescope finds super flare in Leo. What is this? A new telescope in Okayama, Japan observed a super flare on a star in the constellation Leo to better understand how super flares in the sun can affect technology and life on Earth. The cold, dark chaos of space is filled with mystery. Thank you for the follow, Joe Heels. Thank you. I don't think there's quite enough meat in the superhero. Whoa. Wall of text. Wall of text. About 80% of red giants are covered in sunspot-like dark areas. These stars rotate faster than others of their kind. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Thank you, Wayne Johnson, for gifting Dave the sub. Thank you. You gifted, did you gift 5 people? No, you shared rewards to 5 people. Thank you, Wayne. Wayne, I know, will be at the con this weekend. And that makes me happy. I'm going to put this for tomorrow's news. Let's see what else we have in here. Rare image of comet sodium tail. So here's more Neowise. Okay, so I have a ton of Neowise stuff. So adding that to Trello. And now to go back to Trello. So many boards. So many boards. All right. Let's embiggen things. And accidentally click backwards instead of embiggening. All right, so let's try and order these. So we have a cataclysmic variable here. There's Neowise. So let's group the Neowise together. Plan to determine if Planet 9. Let's put that before Neowise. I'm going to end on Neowise. So there's a neutron star 1. I'm going to kill the award. I know that will make Beth sad, but we don't normally do anything on awards. Go away. Oh man, Tropical Tom. Well, we will be recording everything. So, recordings of events that are for ticket holders will only be available for ticket holders, though, just to let you know. Oh no, Guido, I'm glad you got to see. You couldn't see it, though. Man. So, my understanding is that, Neowise is starting to be an evening object. I tried looking for it last night and couldn't find it, though. So I'm somewhat selfish in wanting to have that as one of today's stories, because that will let me go looking up how to find it. So we're going to start with neutron stars. I'm going to kill the brown dwarfs, because this is just a discovery. I'm going to wait for the science. So we have from neutron stars to black hole that might be planet to Mars rover, Mars InSight, Comet Neowise times 3. Okay, so this isn't as many stories as it looks like. Alright, so I now know what I'm going to write about today for daily space. So Ambius, am I using... Oh shoot, I didn't make it public which mic I was using. Okay, now it should be fixed. Sorry about that. Okay, clearly I needed a second cup of coffee. Let's go back to what all is going on. All right, so this week we have 365 days of astronomy is still going as normal. Astronomy Cast is on summer hiatus. Daily Space is going to be, I need to edit this to say Mondays through Thursdays for the summer. And we already had Matthew as a guest, so I need to update that. So I clearly need to update our homepage. Are both mics active now? No, they shouldn't be. Thank you, Tropical Tom. Let me see what I can figure out for what's going on with the mics. Yeah, there's 2 mics. Now there should only be 1 mic. Sorry. Oh. Can you only hear me once now? Okay, good. I'm sorry. Mondays are Mondays. They really, really are. They really are. Anyways, I have so much to do. This week, tomorrow will be Annie doing the morning coffee. I don't know if we're doing morning coffee on Wednesday. I think we're doing morning coffee Wednesday, Thursday, and we're taking Friday off. Moan Day. Dave Killian's, I like that. Nightbot put Nightbot in the corner. I love what you guys do with Nightbot. It deeply amuses me. It's Monday the 13th, so double Monday. I agree, Guido. I agree completely. So, I need to go get to work. I will be back in 2 hours with the Daily Space, and oh my god, I have so much news to cover. So much news. But for now, I'm going to go get more coffee. Because, wow, I need coffee. Let's see who else is out there right now. Yes, the Daily Space is indeed a podcast, and you should totally go subscribe to our podcast. And I'm really allergic to something in here, and I don't know what. It's driving me crazy. So, who might we raid? There is no one in my raid list showing up. Do you guys have any preferences for who we might raid? Any thoughts on someone who might be good? Timber or New? Let's go with Timber and New. Whoa, can't type. So give Timber and New a fabulous follow, and give them a warm, rockety welcome when you get there. So I will be back in 2 hours with the daily space. For now, this has been morning coffee, except I left my coffee downstairs because it's a Monday. Be safe. I'll be back in 2 hours. Bye-bye.